All right, thank you for joining us again on TVC Breakfast Saturday. And this is a very big day for many states, 26 of them, as they will record by-elections being conducted by the Independent National Electoral Commission. Well, these elections, which will be held in 80 local government areas across Nigeria, are to fill vacancies created by the resignation, death, and removal of lawmakers. Of course, in this category, these were lawmakers who were removed during post-election litigations. Chairman of INEC, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, says the by-elections will be conducted in 9 out of the 26 states to elect 2 senators, 4 members of the House of Representatives, and 3 members of state houses of assembly, while in other states, rerun elections will take place at designated constituencies or polling units as ordered by the Election Appeal Tribunals. And we'll now be bringing in updates through our reporters for situation reports across their various states. We're beginning here in Lagos. Lagos is one of the 26 states whereby elections will be conducted for one constituency, so to speak, and this is in Surulere. Ola Awakon is there for us live in the Shita area of Surulere. Hello, Ola Awakon. It's good to see you again, and just give us a situation report of how things are panning out. It's not yet 8 where elections are due to commence, but tell us what you are seeing at this time.
Okay, Kemi, as you know that this by-election is happening, just like you said in your report, that it's happening in 26 states in Nigeria, and Lagos happens to be one of the states. And in Lagos, we are focusing on Surulere for the Surulere Federal Constituency 1. I'm standing at the Shita roundabout now. And as you can see, I've been here for some minutes now, and there are people going about the activities, getting ready for the election, the by-election that will commence by 8 a.m. Behind me, you can see security operatives. Yesterday, the IGP, they released a statement. Inspector General of Police released a statement. That is one of the security. That's one of the security vehicles that's also going there, the Amok tank. And you could see that they said they are ready for this election. Even INEC and the security operatives are ready for this election. In Lagos, at Surulere, we have, according to the information supplied by the Independent National Electoral Commission, we have 121,111 voters that are expected to participate here, and that actually constitutes like 86.3% of the total registered voters. That is like 140,377. And the Independent Resident Electoral Commissioner in Lagos, that's Professor Ayobami Salami, has assured stakeholders that it's going to be peaceful, it's going to be credible, and there won't be any problem. They should just relax, go out to be free and fair, to exercise their franchise. So we are expecting to see a free and fair by-election here in Lagos, and the concentration is on the Surulere Federal Constituency 1. Here in Surulere Federal Constituency 1, we have 6 wards and 258 polling units will be where the by-election will be conducted here in Lagos. So we're having a peaceful, serene environment here. People are just going about their normal activities. Some are seated and waiting for their polling, the INEC ad hoc staff to start. We saw a few minutes ago some of the vehicles conveying the INEC ad hoc staff to their different polling units. We saw them passing by. We sent visuals to the office, and we know that very soon it will start, and we'll be able to give you, information and blow-by-blow activities as they unfold here. So at the end of the election today, we will have the space that has been vacant due to the former occupant of the Surulere Federal Constituency 1, which is Femi Gbajabiamila, who was actually occupying that office from 2003 to 2023 because he got appointed by the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to be his chief of staff. And so that position will be occupied today by the end of this election. So that is it. You can see around, see security operatives that are getting ready so that there won't be any, breach of law, or there won't be any violence or anything. So everybody is waiting for the election to commence so that they can exercise their franchise. So that is the activities here, Kemi.
All right, Ola, with the data you've just released, about 86.3%, what do you make of the INEC officials? Are they very much ready at this time to receive voters for the accreditation and voting to commence? And also, do you also foresee a large turnout of voters at this particular election with what you've seen around?
Well, with what I've seen around, there are people outside. If my cameraman can pan to around, you could see people standing around. Right there, there are some people waiting. And the way they attended to some of the INEC ad hoc staff when they were conveying their election materials to their polling units, they attended to them well, and some of them were saying that they should just go and set up, and as the time gets to the starting point, that they will leave and start. So we expect to see a good turnout, although we've always been having issues of voter apathy. But until the voting starts and until the end of it, we cannot say. I cannot categorically say if there will be voter apathy or if we have large turnout. But with what I can see here, people are standing outside, they are waiting, and until we move around to the different polling units that we'll be covering with other reporters, that's where we'll be able to say that truly we have enough people, or we have a good turnout of voters here. But regarding the readiness of the Independent National Electoral Commission, yes, they've said they are ready, and all the necessary materials have been deployed, personnel have been deployed, and all hands, I think, are on deck, and we expect to see a good turnout, fair, credible, and a peaceful election, as it were, at the end of the voting. So accreditation starts normally at 8 a.m., and we'll take that through to 2 p.m. where the voting will end, and counting will start, and all these activities, all this exercise will bring to you as they unfold with other reporters as we are across the 26 states. And
back on there, reporting live from the Shita roundabout area of Surulere, of course, where a by-election will hold today. Thanks for the update. Over now to Abimbola Agbebi, TVC News Correspondent, who is also reporting live for us from the axis of Surulere local government, where by-elections into a lone federal constituency seat will be holding today. Bimbo is standing by for us at the Babs and Imashao area of the state. How are things looking from your end, Bimbo? Good morning. Abimbola, are you there? While we connect with Abimbola, I think you covered the Surulere local government area, because it's like deja vu. The exact spot where Olawako stood, it gave me a sense like, I think Emmanuel covered it. I wanted to ask him, though we don't have time, because even at that time again, another APC armored personnel tanker also drove past while you were giving updates at the time. But in terms of the history that Surulere garners, in terms of security permutations, I guess you can relate with that.
Well, basically, when I covered this particular election in 2023, we're talking about the governorship and the presidential election. I was at Surulere. There were some pockets of violence in some areas where we had to quickly move into to see what exactly is happening about the issue of ballot snatching and some others. But we don't expect to see that because this is just a lone election in just Surulere Constituency 1, where the INEC officials have said, well, we'll ensure that we have a very smooth process. The security officials are also
still have to be on ground.
Let's be optimistic that things will turn out well in this particular election. It's just like I'm seeing myself back in that
back there, because that spot is such a very
fantastic
significant
spot where you can see the actions.
And you can have a view,
ambience,
a good view,
the
yes.
ambience of people moving around. And well, let's keep hope alive. You had the data there coming from Olawa.
More than 100,000.
Yeah, about 86.3% registered voters in that.
In just that area alone.
So,
that's a big chunk.
Let's hope that we will see a
close to that number. Yes.
A large turnout of voters at this particular election. That we will not see anything like a voter apathy. But you know, there are two elections holding in Nigeria today. We have the rerun and also by-elections. Some states are observing rerun.
State houses of assembly.
State houses of assembly. But interesting developments in these 26 states. So it's a busy day for INEC to also come out to prove to Nigerians that we are ready for the tax. We did it in 2023. We're also going to do it in 2024.
And of course, it's not exactly the same scale of elections, but INEC, as you have hinted, is also going to be on the spotlight. You know, how we saw the knocks, we saw the kudos that INEC earned during the very controversial, 2023 elections. And now is another chance, another opportunity for INEC to just prove that they can conduct free and fair elections yet again. And well, this is again, no two states are the same. You know, Lagos State has its own peculiarities. There are several other states. There's even the FCT.
We have about 26 of them.
No, not even the FCT. Okay. There is Plateau State, Taraba, Ondo. 26.
And Ambra, 26. Let's quickly run through those places. Yobe, Kebbi.
Okay, Bimbo is ready
Lagos.
though.
Okay, Bimbo is
let's quickly hear from Bimbo. Hi, Bimbo. Good morning. Quickly give us, a bird's eye view of how things are looking out from your end ahead of the by-elections scheduled to begin as from 8.
Yes, good morning, Kemi. Of course, it's a beautiful Saturday morning here in Surulere area of Lagos. And of course, it's the 3rd of February. It's finally here. And it is time for the people of Surulere Federal Constituency 1 to elect who will be representing them at the National Assembly in another 4 years. Of course, as you know, no fewer than 121,111 voters representing 86.3% of 140,377 registered voters will be going to the polls this morning. And don't also forget that we have 12 candidates from across various political parties in the federal constituency who will be participating in this exercise this morning. And like you know it in every election security, issues pertaining to election security have always dominated conversations. And of course, on our way down here, we could see security presence in this area. And don't forget that just behind me, if you can see behind me, we have some security officials there behind me, trying to ensure that people comply with the no movement or order. Don't forget that the electoral umpire, through the Resident Electoral Commissioner, Professor Ayobami, has also assured, of course, voters has reiterated the Commission's commitment to conduct a free and fair election. They have said that the exercise will be free of rancor, free of violence. So we'll wait to see how that pans out this morning. Just a few minutes ago, I had the opportunity to speak with some voters who were making their way to the various polling units, and they appear optimistic about this exercise. Some of them have expressed high confidence in the electoral body, talking about the conduct of the election. So we wait to see what will happen, of course, as the clock ticks to the election time, which of course will be in few minutes. The atmosphere, like I said earlier, appears cool and calm. We have some people who, of course, interestingly, we could see some commercial buses moving around in Surulere against the no movement order. We hope that security officials will do something about that. Aside that, we could see voters, the electorate moving to the various polling units to exercise their franchise this morning. So that's about all we have from here. We hope to give you more updates as we have it. Kemi.
All right, Bimbo, INEC officials, are they ready on ground at that particular unit that you are at the moment?
Animashaun, I'm not at the polling unit. I'm still on my way down. Just here to give you a situation report. As soon as we get to any of the polling units, of course, we'll throw in our updates.
All right, Bimbola Agbebi there giving us, a quick view of happenings around Babs and Nimashau area. Thanks for the update. No doubt we'll get back to you to give us some more information about how the electoral process is panning out there. But one of the takeaways from Bimbo's, quick review of things or quick report on things is the fact that the police clarified yesterday that the restriction of movement will only center around the Surulere axis. But as we're seeing commercial vehicles, people are moving around, and of course there was an exception for essential workers, essential duty workers who are free to move around to do their work. But, from what she's reporting, people are moving around. Commercial bosses are also plying their trade.
At the time when the police headquarters gave the instruction that there will be restrictions in Lagos State, a lot of Nigerians came out saying,
vague,
no, that we cannot.
People were confused. People were,
and thank God for the
This will not be the first time we would have by-elections conducted in Lagos State.
But, in developed climes, elections are not done where you see all security operatives around. You need to just go out there and cast your vote and go back to your house. But because of our own peculiarities here, we tend to have everything being manned. Okay, Sarah is joining us from the INEC office in Shomade Christian area of Surulere. Many thanks for joining us. Sarah, can you quickly give us updates of what exactly is happening at that particular location that you are at the moment?
All right, Iman, of course, it's a beautiful morning just after our win at the AFCON qualifiers. That's for the semifinals. But while we're hoping to see some persons go back to the field this morning, of course, this is a Saturday morning, to enjoy what it feels like to be a winner of that game. This is INEC office. We're going to see another competition happen today, which is among 12 candidates, 12 political parties jostling to for the seat at the Federal House of Representatives and represent Surulere 1 at the federal level. So we are at the INEC office in Surulere. That's at Shomade Crescent. If you're very familiar with Surulere very well, this is where they call Small London, a very popular place in Surulere. And what we've seen so far is that INEC, from what I've gathered, is that they have told us that they've deployed all of the ad hoc staff to all the 258 polling units we're going to be seeing elections hold today. And so what you see now is some of the security operatives that are going to still be deployed for this election. Some of them we've seen a couple of police officers. We've also seen those from the customs office and from all of the paramilitary agencies in Nigeria represented here at the INEC office. So some of them have been deployed already to the polling units, as I said earlier, and we've also seen the ad hoc staff, setting up at some of these polling units just to ensure that election starts at 8 on the dot. So we understand that there are about 258 polling units. We know that about at least three ad hoc staff have been deployed to these polling units just to ensure that elections are free, fair, and peaceful, and the process is as seamless as it can be. And so, but from the feeders we've been getting from most of the voters we've spoken with this morning, they are of course enthusiastic, optimistic that this election will be peaceful, since they are voting for one of their own in Surulere 1.
Oh, all right. Well, it's just one federal constituency seat, Sarah. But, first off, tell us how things are in the Shomade Crescent where you are in terms of restriction of movement, because in another part of Surulere, there appears to be more than expected people walking around and, going about their normal activities. How is it over there?
Of course, earlier we saw, interestingly, we saw party agents going from house to house, from street to street, to mobilize people to come out for the elections this morning. We know that INEC has done their own their own mobilization since the end of last year till the whole of January, just to ensure that the outcome for this voter outcome for this election is at the optimal level. So we're expecting to see about 121,000 voters, that's 121,111 voters come to the polling units this morning. And so we're expecting to see that we're going to see a large number of voters come out because of how peculiar Surulere 1 is, particularly the person that vacated the seat, which is Femi Gbajabiamila, how he has been able to mobilize and redefine politics in this particular constituency. So we're expecting to see a number of voters come out to, of course, support their own and, of course, vote for the new candidate, a candidate of their choice in this election. As we'll see 12 candidates go to the polls just to ensure they've been canvassing for these votes since last year. And so what we saw in all January is more mobilization for these votes. And so we've seen party agents go from street to street just to ensure people come out to vote. We've also seen some persons doing their early morning joggings just in anticipation for the election by 8 a.m. So by 8 a.m., of course, the ad hoc officials are already at these polling units. So by 8 a.m., we're expecting to see voters already queuing up at these polling units. Of course, at these 258 polling units in the 6 wards in Surulere 1 Federal Constituency.
Right. Sarah Yeku there, bringing us updates. We'll get back to you for more as the election commences in the Surulere local government area. Thanks for the updates. All right, as states ready themselves for the by-elections across the country, let's quickly, pan slightly away from happenings in these states and bring up yet again what Nigerians are saying on the streets. All right, just before that, let's quickly get updates, Emmanuel, from our Plateau State correspondent. Funam Joshua is live for us. What are you seeing? Of course, Plateau State will also be conducting by-election today. Give us some more information about how crucial today is for residents there. Hello, Funam.
At the moment, thank you very much. Just is chill. The weather is chill at the moment. Hello, can you hear me?
Please.
Hello, can you hear me?
Carry on.
The weather is chill here and everything is in order. As you can see behind you, we are here at Hill Station Junction, precisely at a particular polling unit 002. The ad hoc, INEC ad hoc officials are here at the moment getting set. In the next few minutes, they will commence the election fully. But so far, everything is in order. The security operatives, as well as party agents, all are here and waiting for the commencement of the election fully, 8 o'clock. So residents also are standing by to cast their vote at the moment. So here in Jos, the Plateau State capital, at the moment, all is set for the election.
All right, all is set for the election in Plateau State. Funam, can you just give us the security updates in that particular axis that you are at the moment? Hello, Funam, can you hear me?
Yes, everything is moving normal. The security operatives are... I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Go ahead, please.
At the moment, the security operatives are up and doing their best to maintain law and order. And as well, like I said earlier, the residents are also standing by to exercise their right in this capacity. The INEC officials also are set to commence the election fully 8 o'clock. So everything is in order here where we are, Hill Station Junction, polling unit 002. The election will commence any moment, some few minutes to 8 o'clock now, and we are hoping to have a free and fair, peaceful exercise here in Plateau State. Of course, the election is taking place in 6 local government areas here in the northern part of the Plateau State. And we are hoping with what we are seeing, the election will be peaceful.
Funam Joshua there, reporting live from Plateau State. Of course, we will get back to you, as with every other reporter from TVC News who are stationed across the 26 states of the country for the conduct of the by-elections. We'll continue to dip in and out for updates. In the meantime, there's this interesting question that we ask Nigerians, ordinary Nigerians on the street, and let's check out their responses to the question of